Ja, herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Ausgabe SI Talk bei mir, Big Blockchain Lands. Wir haben fast jedes Mal ein Interview, wenn wir da sind. Und das war nicht wirklich bis jetzt recht mit erfolgreich gekrönt oder der Erfolg gekrönt, unsere Investments. Allerdings glaube ich, dass das nach wie vor einer der besten Companies ist, die es in dem Bereich irgendwie rund um Blockchain überhaupt gibt. Thank you to have time. I say this in my German introduction. At the moment, blockchain, all general, what something have to do with blockchain, at the moment you get a negative discount on the market for this. Especially when we look at your share price, I think your cash value is higher than your stock price, your market cap. So it's really unbelievable. Last year at this time, you get a huge premium for this.
Sure. Yep.
And I said also in my German introduction, when one company can really make money out of this industry, then it is your company.
Thank you. Yep.
Then you're working in a very interesting space, and you coming up and set up some new stuff, a learning program, or a teaching program about how you work with cryptocurrencies. But fill us in a little bit.
Sure. So we found over the last year that the industry is still at a point where education is required, especially for the types of clients that we're servicing. If we look at banks, exchanges, ATM networks, they need to understand the basics of cryptocurrency. How does the dark web work? How does Bitcoin function, or crypto itself function, for mining and those aspects? And then we get into more deep dive into forensic investigations. And throughout the training, we're also showing our services. So the natural progression of that would be when they need service, they would most likely call us because they're familiar with the interface. So it's not too often where you get people to pay to allow you to sell them your service.
Yeah, but this is really a smart move. Then, especially there is a lot of rumors what blockchain mean, what cryptocurrencies mean, how the dark webs work, and so on, and nobody knows it really.
Yep. Yeah, and this was designed by both Robert from Homeland, I've mentioned in previous interviews about his background, and then Teresa being 25 years in the financial world. So it's been 8 months. The law enforcement aspect of this training course, so we have two, one that's available to the public, which is identical to the law enforcement course, other than the law enforcement course has a few real world cases that we wouldn't want to provide access to the nefarious actor to understand how to circumvent it. But on the law enforcement side, this course is certified already in 50 states, or in 48 states.
Okay.
And we've had, I think it's a few hundred officers that have taken that. It's a little different on the law enforcement side. It's more about getting them understanding the tools and then having them buy. So we don't sell them that. But on the public side, it's $1,000 for the collective course, US. We've had testimonials now start to come in, and the feedback has been outstanding. So we're quite excited with the results. And so we haven't ramped up marketing. We want to have a number of people go through, especially some with some key positions in different financial organizations, that the quotes will actually have some substance behind them, and also to see if there was any glaring mistakes that we just somehow overlooked from being inside the box for so long. And so we're taking that input that we got and making those improvements, and then we're getting ready for our next phase of marketing for this. So it's sort of one of the final components that we see that was necessary in order for us to be the most comprehensive suite of services provided in the world around cryptocurrency investigations, AML, how anti-money laundering techniques might work, and how the dark web and functions. And so, yeah, really excited that it's been getting the kind of testimonials it's been getting.
And this can be a really great revenue stream.
At $1,000 a head, you bet. There's, banks themselves have sometimes tens of thousands of compliance officers.
Yeah, that's right. And they get more than the regulations are going always bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, well, and the average bank spends 10% of gross revenue on anti-money laundering, and we know crypto is going to start to encroach into that budget as time continues. So,
but how the other sectors beside this, work this year or so far?
Yeah, and last year, as I mentioned, that we only onboarded so many. We wanted to make sure that clients got to use our services, that we were delivering all aspects of what they needed to. We got some great feedback from the different clients that are engaged with us, and we've been making those improvements before we go to our next level of marketing. There's no point if they need 7 different aspects of our services and we only have 5. The 5 that we've got definitely met their needs, but we understand if you're higher volume clientele, which of course is where the money really starts to get interesting, that there was a couple of components that hadn't been integrated into our services yet. So we've been working hard through Q4 to get those in place.
Okay, and when you believe or when you think you can put everything in so that you have a sales-ready product?
Yeah, we are continuing as of January 2nd this year now to start to reach out to the clients that we've had circling around us. And now we haven't pushed too hard on those. We want to bring in the next load, make sure that we meet all their needs, make sure they get all the questions answered, rounding, making sure our FAQs are all in place. And what's interesting about the market itself is that although the price of crypto keeps on sort of notching down, the actual transaction volumes are increasing.
Okay.
And so although it might appear, if you're just using the price as a litmus test to the overall market, the other side is the actual adoption and buying at ATMs and exchanges, it's increasing. And so that's a good sign for us.
Absolutely. A lot of old stocks, they're working in this space, cryptocurrency and blockchain or something, going dramatically down, the valuation going dramatically down. And you are a perfect example for this, then your valuation is now under cash.
Right.
Do you see any takeover opportunities?
We will keep our eyes out that if it was something that could make sense for the company, but really right now there's not too many things that we sort of have our eye on as something that we could maybe add. We're getting a lot of respect for not taking advantage of the bear market and bringing on another company that somebody else has managed and maybe not being aware of things that are unknown to us, and diluting our focus. And so right now we aren't really out there. We're conserving our cash and knowing that the opportunity we have with the services that are beneath us are worthwhile to continue to focus on. So,
okay, M&A is not really a target for you. You have enough cash to survive couple of years.
Yep.
But still, coming down, when you really expect that the revenue will pick up from your product side, not only from the education side, but also from product side?
Yeah, I would think the sales cycle for large organizations, which is where the real meat and potatoes is, would be around 3 months. And with now starting to market here in January, we'll onboard a certain number of clients, making sure that we're correct in being able to deliver, and then we would do our next wave. So I would think by summer we should really be able to start to see things. So by Q3 in our financial statements for Q2, we should really start to see an uptick.
Okay, that's mean really close to that.
Yeah.
So it's not we waiting for the next few years. This year you expect?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Lance, I think this was a great update. I don't want to talk too much, and I think this is a perfect end, and we don't know when it's going loud here.
True. Yes.
Thank you for the update. Also, jetzt nur mehr auf Deutsch. Das Wichtigste ist jetzt wirklich, erstens mal, Sie haben ein Education-Programm gestartet, wo die einen Kurs anbieten für $1,000, Canadian Dollar oder
US?
US Dollar, no? Even better. Für 1,000
and
US
it's online, so anyone can do it in their own time. It's,
really, it's online too?
It is. That course is strictly online.
Okay, great. So, für $1,000 und ihr Feedback ist, dass Sie sogar eigentlich mehr verlangen können für das. Und es geht vor allem darum, dass Sie vor allem Leute auch in den Banken nicht nur von Border Security oder sonst irgendwas, was das irgendwie sind, sondern gerade in den Banken, Versicherungen und so weiter, wo dieses Thema immer wichtiger wird, bieten sie einen Kurs an und das Feedback muss sensationell sein. Das heißt, sie bauen da eigentlich einen eigenen Revenue-Stream auf. Zurück zu ihrem Produkt. Da haben sie gesagt, dass sie letztes Jahr sehr stark daran gearbeitet haben, an verschiedenen neuen Komponenten, die Kunden, die bestehenden Kunden eigentlich gefragt haben. Und jetzt geht es aus, dass eigentlich der Rollout von dem stattfindet. Er geht davon aus, dass im zweiten Quartal, spätestens eigentlich im dritten Quartal, die ersten signifikanten Umsätze da sein sollten. Das Wichtigste allerdings ist, und das sollte man nicht vergessen, die Aktie notiert unterm Cash-Niveau. Die Company hat um die 12 Millionen oder sowas Cash und wir notieren von der Market Cap drunter. Und das ist eigentlich ein Riesenbringer. Und wie gesagt, ich schon immer gesagt habe, das ist meines Erachtens eine der wenigen Companies, die in diesem Blockchain, Bitcoin, Cryptocurrency-Universum eigentlich wirklich gebraucht werden. Und deswegen glaube ich auch, dass die Company nach wie vor eine große Zukunft hat. Und eigentlich bei den Kursen muss ich fast einmal schauen, dass ich da nicht ein paar was nachkaufe. Denn dann wird es auf einmal einen Riesenschub machen, wenn wirklich die ersten Umsätze reinkommen. Das war es von Big Blockchain Vancouver 2019. Tschüss und Baba. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Thank you.